We have new details in the mysterious death of Long Island native Gabby Petito. What we know about the trip her fiance's family took days after their son returned home without Gabby.
Keeping the cool breeze coming, that means temperatures back down in the 40s and 50s by the morning.
And New York Live is with the stars of the card counter. Why they say they make the perfect on-screen pair. This is News 4 Now for September 29th. I'm Adam Cooperstein. A lawyer for the parents of Brian Laundrie is now confirming they went on an overnight camping trip at Florida's Fort De Soto Park in early September. And he says that all of them came back together. Here's why that's important. That was 6 days after Laundrie returned to his Florida home alone in the white van that he and his fiancee Gabby had taken on their cross-country road trip. He hasn't been seen since the family left the park together September 7th. Petito was reported missing on September 11th, and her remains were found days later at a Wyoming campground. Her death ruled a homicide. Laundrie is a person of interest in her disappearance, and De Soto Park is about a 64-mile drive from the vast nature preserve where the FBI has been looking for him with no luck. Petito's family, meanwhile, is desperate for answers.
The Laundries did not help us find Gabby. They're sure as not going to help us find Brian. For Brian, we're asking you to turn yourself in.
Laundrie's parents recently released a statement saying they did not help Brian leave their home or avoid arrest, calling suggestions that they had any involvement in his disappearance, quote, just wrong. There's a new warning from the New York City health officials about not putting food or liquids in ceramicware unless you are certain that they're safe to use that way. The health department says it has seen at least 15 cases of lead poisoning in recent months from people misusing ceramics and clayware. They warn those kinds of items found around the world can contain high levels of lead because of decorative paint and glazing. It can then be transferred to food or drinks. No amount of washing or boiling, they say, can remove the lead. And lead poisoning can cause serious long-term health problems, especially in children. People dining outside in Greenwich Village had quite a scare. A city garbage truck hit an outdoor dining structure with people inside near 6th Avenue and West 13th Street. This happened Monday night just outside Bar 6. A spokesman for the city's sanitation department is expressing relief that no one was hurt. Police say the truck driver told them he was backing up at the time. A restaurant employee describes what she saw.
The sanitation truck right across the street there came to collect this pile of garbage where it hit our gazebo and dragged it about 10 feet.
Both the NYPD and the sanitation department say they are still investigating the incident. Well, this is not what you want to see at the beach. Part of Rockaway Beach looked more like quicksand on Tuesday. The city's parks department says one of its beach rakes went into a large hole in the active construction area right there on the beach. No one was hurt and the equipment was safely removed. A park spokesperson says that construction area is marked with signs and it's fenced off from the boardwalk. Well, Governor's Island is opening up for year-round visits now. Mayor de Blasio says Governor's Island will no longer be a seasonal destination. Starting this fall, you can visit all year long, 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until 6:15 p.m. NYC ferry service will also expand to accommodate the new schedule.
Hi there, I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Maria LaRosa. Big changes from yesterday. Definitely that fall feel, helped along by that northwest flow. A lot of dry air, cool air pouring on down. Still a little gusty through the evening hours. Looking at the wind gust forecast, easing just a bit overnight, but you still see that northwest flow. So we still very much have that cool, dry air pouring in. As far as any rain chances, no, but we do have some clouds from time to time. But note the temperatures. We're still going to see those lows in the 40s and 50s, but some of that cloud cover will keep at least tomorrow morning from being the coldest of the week, thinking that's going to be Friday morning, but definitely cool. White Plains at 48 tomorrow morning, Sussex at 47, Poughkeepsie 46 degrees. We'll stay in the low 50s for the city, one of the cooler mornings we've had since the spring, 52 in Merrick and down to 49 in Belmar.
He's a Star Wars superstar, and she's a sure bet when it comes to comedy. Oscar Isaac and Tiffany Haddish dished to New York Live about their new thriller, The Card Counter.
All in.
You count cards, right?
I'm not that smart. but you win. You need someone to stake you.
That's what you do. You run a stable.
I'm always looking for a good thoroughbred.
If I'm being honest, I thought this was going to be a certain type of film just by the title. And then I would say probably about 15 seconds in, I said, oh my gosh, okay, this is way more complex than what I initially thought. So I'm going to steal a line from the movie to ask you about William Tell. What's his story?
William Tell is this guy that we find going from casino to casino, card game to card game, playing low stakes blackjack and low stakes poker. He's learned how to count cards in prison. We don't know exactly why he was in prison. And we slowly learn that he's in this kind of perpetual state of purgatory that he's putting himself in. And then within that, he finds Tiffany Haddish's character, Lalinda, who's just this beam of light.
I got to tell you, the movie started and I was thinking, where does Tiffany fit into all of this? And then we see Lalinda and bam, she's electric. So I'm going to steal a line from the movie for the question. What is her story?
Well, Lalinda's story is very, it's complicated, but it is what it is. She comes from not the safest place. She comes from not the most wonderful childhood or wonderful teen years or tween years. She's been through a lot, but she's a hustler.
What was your first reaction to Tiffany Haddish?
I was so excited that she was going to be cast this, that she had said yes, because it just also makes my character seem like such a dad. That's his girl, you know? And I was like, this is amazing. This is so cool. So that was my feeling. I kind of nerded out when I saw her. I just really wanted her to like me.
When I say first impression of Oscar, you say?
Sexy. But I didn't want him to be. Me and my makeup artist like, girl, did you see him today? Is it just me? It's just me. No, you think he fine. I think he all right fine. He all right fine. He all right fine.
Now to a cargo ship clog that could mess with your Christmas. There are too many shipping containers and not enough space to put them, so cargo ships are sitting off the New York coast right now, waiting to be unloaded. And the problem here is there aren't enough trucks and warehouses. News 4's Chris Glorioso explains how this could impact your holiday gifts.
At the Port of New York and New Jersey, the container ship logjam is serious enough. Terminal managers and the longshoremen who unload are now discussing working into the night.
Traditionally, the supply chain has been a 9 to 5 operation on the East Coast. We need to expand those hours.
All day Tuesday, a line of cargo ships, the green dots on this map, sat anchored off the Long Island coast. The delay here not nearly as bad as the West Coast, where about 70 ships have been waiting to get into Los Angeles and Long Beach. The container ship crunch is a global problem caused by a series of economic shocks, a double-digit increase in U.S. demand for hard goods, coupled with a shortage of truck drivers and warehouse workers to move them. Lars Jensen is a shipping company CEO.
If you open the port for more working hours, you don't get more trucks, you don't get more trains, you don't get more chassis. So this is just going to take a long time to fix.
A Port Authority spokesperson downplayed the East Coast delays, saying there are no labor shortages or significant shipping backlogs in New York. As of 3 p.m. this afternoon, there are 7 container vessels at anchor, all of which are expected to dock over the next 48 hours.
I would expect this is going to get worse.
The lesson of the West Coast backlog may be that small delays can snowball into larger ones, and that could mean shortages on retail shelves before the holidays.
They say we only allowed to get 1 paper towel, 1 paper toilet, because they say they don't have a lot of production, so it's like really scary for us.
One shipping expert told me he does expect these backlogs to ease in the coming weeks, but that's only because so many Asian exporters don't have enough containers, since so many of their containers are stuck on ships anchored outside California and New York. The New York Shipping Association says so far this year, the volume of goods coming into the Port of New York and New Jersey is up 17% from 2019, before the pandemic. Reporting from Elizabeth, Chris Glorioso, News 4 New York.
Thank you so much for joining us on News 4 Now. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.